Now, I'm going to be honest, I think that XRP is a total scam. Now, hear me out to the very end of this video to understand exactly why, and exactly why, if you love XRP, I want you to open your mind. Anyway, let's have a look at some of the reasons that I strongly believe XRP could be a massive scam. Okay, let's look at the launch. Let's have a look at what happened. We started off at 17 cents and we saw an incredible spike all the way up to $2.70 around the 5th of Jan 2018. Now, we have never seen anywhere near that all-time high ever since. The closest we actually got to it was the 30th of April 2021, the height of the bull run, and it was $1.65. Let me give you a reminder, today's price, we're currently sat at 48 cents. Now, if you were to see this chart, what would you assume? Clearly, there's a huge court case, a huge legal battle happening right now around XRP, and we're going to come on to that a little bit later. But let's compare it to how Ethereum, Bitcoin, BNB, they've all performed in the last few years. Okay, let's have a look. Ethereum, okay, we had the spike, but when we've come out of that bull run, we've come nowhere near that initial price. Currently, as you can see, we're at around $1,800, whereas down here, we were around $1,300. And this was around 2018. Okay, am I hating on XRP a little bit too much? I don't know, but if you look at this chart and you look at that chart, let's have a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is exactly the same. You can see it as Ethereum. It hit this bull run that we had that was insane. A couple of years for the space, and then we had the bear market of which we're in now. But again, when you look at this chart, you are not seeing the lows of 2018 in front of us. But let's have a look at BNB. Am I being a bit biased? No, absolutely not. Now, the point of me saying this is there's been so many different opportunities to make money on solid tokens from within the space. So because you love the technology, because you're emotionally attached to it, have you lost money? Now, let me come back to the chart. Let's have a look at it. Now, you can see above my head that clearly it was a great start and people have been able to make money along the way. I'm not doubting that for 1 minute. But however, imagine buying at the top right here. And if you'd have bought at the top at $2.70, you've not had one opportunity in the last, how many years? 5 years to be able to then go and sell it. At anywhere near a profit, by the way. Crazy. But the argument is, you're probably saying, Jamie, if you'd have bought it last year, in the last bull run in Bitcoin, or any of the other tokens we spoke about, it's exactly the same. Well, it's definitely not. In the last 5 years, you would have bought this token, or the other tokens, at a fraction of the price that they are at now. I mean, let's go to the exact date. Let me go right here. So, okay, the 5th of January 2018. Let's have a look at that on Ethereum. 5th of January. So it's at $1,000. Even today, in the bear market, we are above that, around $1,800. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. 5th of January 2018. Now, that was around $17,000. Today, the price of Bitcoin is $27,000. Let's have a look at BNB. BNB. Okay, we go all the way back to the beginning. BNB on the 5th of January 2018 was at $17. And today, it's at $313. Do you get where I'm going with this? There's been so many different opportunities and projects and tokens to get involved in with solid utility. But why hasn't XRP performed? Now, of course, it's coming down to the United States Securities and Exchange Commission. You know, we all know that as the SEC. Now, they're in a huge court case around whether it's a security, and frankly, it's all-out war. But what really baffles me and what really annoys me is how annoying we are as a space. Let's just have a look at America on the map. Let's go full screen on this. You can actually see, when you look at America, it's not the biggest country in the world. And you're probably saying, okay, Jamie, to stop focusing on geography and focus on the world's data. Okay, we'll focus on the world's data. The US is the #1 economy around the world. It equates for around 24% of the world GDP. However, there's still 75.5% unequated for it. Now let's come back to the map. When you look at this map, you know that there's so many booming economies around the world, who, by the way, have not got an issue with XRP and Ripple. So why? Why do we allow this small country on this huge map to have such an impact on the chart that causes something that looks like this? I mean, let's come back to the data. You can see China, Japan, Germany, even those three countries alone combining together without putting restrictions on XRP and Ripple, it overtakes America. So why do we solely focus on the minority? If you were to have a vote in the UK, you have the Houses of Parliament. It has to be over half of the House to pass a bill or something that goes through the Parliament. So why are we paying attention to the 24% around the world and not listening to the majority? For me, XRP, I love the technology. I love what they're doing. But when you look at these stats and you look at these facts, it's hard to deny. Why does the community become so obsessed with what is going on within America? Okay, you're probably going to argue that the US dollar traditionally has underpinned the majority of the world in terms of everyday uses. We talk about oil money, we talk about everything like that, and I fully understand that. But the need for the US dollar is no more. So why are we looking at this 24% and not the 75 or 76? Have a think about it. That's just my opinion. Now, I don't actually believe that XRP is a scam, but what I do believe is the culture around it, the way that people think around XRP, and they close their mind and their eyes to other opportunities, that in itself seems pretty scammy. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and let's go.